Is it possible to beat Pvz2 Reflourished by only using Pvz1 plants? Hi there. Now, I've been wondering the answer to this question for a long time now. It's gone to the point where I have insomnia just thinking about it. Well, in this video, and many other videos to come, I will try to beat Pvz2 Reflourished by only using Pvz1 plants. But before we start the challenge, I just want to clear some stuff up. This wasn't originally my idea. The original Can You Beat Pvz2 with Only Pvz1 Plants challenge is from the original Alex. So you should go check his series out. They did it on vanilla Pvz2. I'm going to be doing it on Pvz2 Reflourish. So yeah, it's just different. I also want to lay down some ground rules before we start, so... The list of rules are, I'm only allowed to use plants from the first PvZ game. Now, what defines a PvZ1 plant? Well, plant needs to check off at least two of the following requirements. It must have the same name, same design, and same or similar functions. An example of a PvZ1 plant is Gravebuster. It has the same name and it has the same functions. However, the design is just much different from the first game. Though to be honest, I really never understood what Gravebuster was even supposed to be in the first game. Checks out 2 out of the 3 requirements, so it is allowed. Also, here's every plant I can use throughout the challenge, so there's no more confusion. Second rule is I'm allowed to skip conveyor belt and locked and loaded levels, because most of these levels have plants that I'm not allowed to use, though if they have a few plants that I'm allowed to use, then I will attempt to beat them. Next rule is I'm not allowed to use power-ups or buy plant food. Obviously, this challenge would have been way too easy if I was allowed. And the last rule is that Zen Garden boosts are allowed. Now, since we're talking about Reflourished here, the Zen Garden boosts have been reworked. Instead of plants boosted activating plant food when placed, they now have a different boost instead, like having less recharge or costing less, stuff like that. With all that aside, the challenge can begin. And without further ado, let's get into this. We begin our challenge with the tutorial. Yeah, these levels aren't much different. First level, done. Second level, we get 2 extra lanes to defend, but it's still very easy. Wait, what? Oh, I thought we were going to play Vase Breaker for a second. Yeah, it's just the same level, just with cone heads. Next level, we unlock Potato Mine. This guy is going to be our main instant for a good while. Oh, hey look, a hot sauce.
I bought a property in Egypt, and what they do for you is they give you the property.
Okay, we're out of the tutorial. Kinda. Ancient Egypt Day 1 goes out you expect. And raw zombies are still useless. Cabbage pulps will be needed, as we can't just use bloomerangs to just pierce through graves. Day 2 introduces us to plant food. And there is a ridiculous amount of them in this stage, not to mention the ones you start with. So it's another easy win. And we finally unlocked the map. Nice. Day 3 introduces us to sandstorms and bucketheads, but they're fairly easy to deal with. Oh look, a new plant. Too bad we can't use it. Day 4 is our first conveyor belt level. And okay, this isn't beatable. Wait a minute. Oh, we are so on. Well, that was definitely fun. Also, just look at the conveyor belt. Bruh. Day 5 makes us use power-ups only. Yeah, this level was just fun. I don't know why I included it, but yeah, it's a nice break. Oh look, another plant we can't use. Hooray! Day 6 introduces us to camel zombies, but pea shooter and cabbage pulp easily deal with them. Day 7, minigame time. Ancient Egypt has the camel memory minigame. Fun fact, this minigame was originally in vanilla Pvz1, but got removed in a later version. Day 8 is another conveyor belt level. Only this time, it's with gargantuars. Real scary. I had to sacrifice some lawnmowers in the end though. And with that, we unlock the key to pirate seas. However, we've still got a long way to go. Day 9 introduces us to explorer zombies. Now, we would have had a proper counter to them with iceberg lettuce, but again, we can't use them. though they're still fairly easy to deal with. And we unlock Gravebuster. Finally, another usable plant. Day 10 introduces us to yet another new zombie. Tomb Raiser zombies. Yeah, they're still pretty easy to deal with. Day 11 is our first locked and loaded level. And yeah, we could do with just pea shooters. Also, did you know that potato mines can blow up graves? Yeah, apparently they can. Also, yes, another new zombie. This eyebrow looking zombie. I don't know what his name is. Day 13 was a mold colony level. Nothing much different on this one. Man, I'm really gonna miss using bong choy. Day 14 was just another regular old level. Nothing too special. Day 15 is our first endangered plants level. Also, I forgot to mention this earlier, but endangered plants that are already on the field are fair game. Day 16 is another camel memory level. Day 17. We were limited to how many plants we could have on the lawn, so I actually had to use my brain for once. Oh hey, look at that. We can finally use the Zen Garden now. Nice. Day 18 is our first last stand level, and the game made it clear that Boomerang was needed for this level. How many camel tile zombies do you need? I still beat it though. Day 19 is a double objective level. Mold colonies and limited plants. Just great. Repeater, let's go! And actually got attacker. Thank you. Immediately after we get introduced to Zen Garden boost. It's nothing special, just extra health on our sunflower. Day 21 is another locked and loaded level. Let's see our plants. W. Day 22 was just another double objective level. Basically, day 19 again. Day 23 was another camel memory level. Yeah, for some reason there are 3 in this world. Day 24 was another last stand level. However, this time... Oh yes, twin sunflower. Let's go. Day 25, Zomboss time. Attempt number 1 was rough, to say the least. The conveyor belt quickly got filled up with plants I couldn't use. But I had a solution. This is alright. But I eventually lost. Attempt number 2 went as well as you'd expect. Man, I was close. I know this one is beatable. I just really need better luck with the conveyor. Third chime's a charm, I guess. Oh hey, we actually won. And with that, we've completed ancient Egypt. Also, still might be expansion levels. For the most part, we're done. Now it's time to move on to...
Shiver me timbers! Shiver me timbers!
Pvz Day 1 goes like a generic introduction to a new world. Just basics and coneheads. The only reason why I'm slightly excited is the fact that we're partially done with ancient Egypt and the fact we get kernel pult here. Day 2 introduces us to seagull zombies. They're just chill guys, though the seagulls are the ones that are evil. They get insta-killed with butter. W kernel pult. Day 3 is a coconut cannon minigame. Yeah, this minigame was pretty fun. Getting high scores was really satisfying. Well, Snapdragon, I'm really gonna miss using you. Day 4 is another generic level. Only interesting zombies here are bucketheads and swashbucklers. So let's just move on. Day 5 is a locked and loaded level. And... oh, cherry bomb? Oh, this is gonna be so fun. Well, that was fun. Day 6 was another regular old level. But with regular old levels come a new usable plant. Day 7 introduces us to barrel roller zombies, aka child aborters.
Bruh.
Day 8, Gargantua level. Let's do this. And with that, we unlock the key to the Wild West. However, this will still have to wait for a little longer, as we have much more levels to go through. Day 9 was just another casual level. And we unlock Spring Bean, another plant we can't use. Day 10 introduces us to M cannons, which were pretty easy to deal with since we were using repeaters. Day 11 was another coconut cannon minigame, and I'll let the footage speak for itself. It's very satisfying. I've used Coconut Cannon before, and he's pretty good. A really underrated plant. Day 12 just had swashbucklers, seagulls, imp cannons, and barrel rollers. Nothing too special. Day 13 is our first produce X amount of sun level. This is also the level that introduces us to Captain Zombies. And they weren't much of a nuisance, really. Day 14 was the last stand level. And, yeah, that's a lot of barrel rollers. I lost all my lawnmowers, but I also got 3 Peter. Yes, finally another option. Day 15 is our first flower line level, and it was particularly easy. I especially enjoyed using 3 Peter over repeater on this one, and the plant food is especially astonishing to look at. We continue our objective trek with day 16. These spring bean are endangered, and we are allowed to use them, but not their plant food. I remember as a kid, this level used to be really hard, but now it's kind of just Day 17 is another basic level. Nothing too interesting going on here. Day 18 is yet another locked and loaded level, and this one... Oh no, not this one. Yep, we get no sun producers whatsoever. Our only source of sun is from the sky. And this level isn't easier if we can't use iceberg lettuce and spring bean. And look at that, we got spike rock. Nice. Day 19 is both a flower line and produce an X amount of sun level. The sun objective is pretty much non-existent because I mass produce sun anyways, so... Day 20 is the third coconut cannon level, so let's just skip this one. Day 21 was also another double objective level. This one was also easy. We also get an extra seed slot for our troubles. Very nice. Day 22 was another locked and loaded level, but it only had imp cannons and swashbucklers. Lots and lots of imp cannons. Day 23 was yet another double objective level. Though this one only had seagull zombies and one flag, so it was particularly straightforward. Day 24 is another endangered spring bean level, only this time they're on the water lanes. Not gonna lie, this level had me on the edge of my seat the whole time, but I still beat it first try. And we get Cherry Bomb, aka the best insta. Day 25, Zomboss Battle. Pirate Sea Zomboss is a massive pushover. Now to be fair, I did lose a lawnmower, but once you've gotten a plant food, the boss battle becomes pretty straightforward. 3 Peter's plant food really shines here. Welp, that's Pirate Seas done. This was definitely easier than Ancient Egypt, by far, but it was still very fun. This challenge so far was pretty fun. I really enjoyed replaying these levels. Well, I think we hit a checkpoint. That's part 1 for now. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if my voice sounded really bad, it's because I'm using my phone to record my lines, and maybe also to edit this video. But anyways, part 2 is coming soon, so make sure to watch out when I upload it. And yeah, have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Peace.